haul, because I have absolutely no self-control. I bought a lot of books at the same time on Black Friday. I think in total, I bought 22 books off of Book Outlet at the same time. You'll see why. But then on top of that, I also bought 2 books, which you can see in the background here. That's awkward. So in total, I got like 24 books. It's fine. It's December. It's Christmas. That's it. That's all I had to do for the rest of the year. And it's a lot of books. And I need to move that box down there because I'm not gonna get up every single time I need to grab a book out. So this box that I got weighs 24 pounds. It's like yay tall. And I'm like yay tall, so it's pretty big. And I need to put it back on the floor, and it's really heavy, and I don't want to move it, so wish me luck. I'll be back in a moment. I did it. I'm back. I survived. But I think we're just gonna jump into it, because I don't want to be here forever. So, we're gonna start with the books that I got outside of Book Outlet. So, I live in Arizona, and there's this little handy-dandy store called Changing Hands here in Arizona, and it's very nifty. You basically can take in books and get store credit back, and I'm sure you guys have your own versions of this store in your own state or location or whatever it is that you live, and I find it fantastic. And basically, I turned in some books, I got some store credit, and I picked up a couple of books in return. So the first book I got while I was at Changing Hands is Name of the Wind by Patrick Rufus. One of my really good friends has been begging me to read this book. He doesn't read at all, but he loves this series, and so he's been begging me to read it, and I told him, okay, I'll read it next year once I own the book. And I decided just to pick it up while I was there because it was basically free because I had store credit. So I grabbed this one, and it's gigantic, but it's like super fun. And I'm super excited to get into this book because I've only heard good things about this book, and like it has really good reviews on Goodreads. So not only that, it's also a very interesting story, and my friend's been wanting me to read it, so I picked it up. It's like 600 pages long, but it's fine. And then the next one I picked up, I was so excited about. I saw and I was like, I can't not get this. There's no way. And that book is Renegades by Marissa Meyer, and obviously I love Marissa Meyer, so I couldn't not pick this book up. I just picked it up. It was on a whim, and I did it. I'm also dying still, and I'm losing my voice, and I have a choir concert tomorrow, so that's not good. But can we take a second to just enjoy this cover real quick? It's gorgeous. Like, oh my god. Okay, but those are the 2 books that I picked up at Changing Hands, and they're both like 600 pages long, and they both cost like $20. I never buy full price books. Ever, but I couldn't not buy these 2 books, so I just bought them, and they look really nice together, so, yeah. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we get to tackle the giant box of stuff. I kind of want to show you, so here it is. Okay, but yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now, so we're just gonna jump right in. But the first book I got is The We Three Men by Terry Pratchett. This is the first book in the Tiffany Aching series, so now I'm only missing the second book. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I've been collecting this series, and I'm actually in the middle of reading the third book in the Discworld series as well. I'm listening to it on audiobook, and I absolutely love this series, and I'm just so excited to actually own these books, and these books are gorgeous, because these are the new covers for just this series so far as all the ones that have the new covers, but they're absolutely gorgeous, and their spines look so nice together, and I don't understand it, but I'm like obsessed with this cover. It's so gorgeous. There's like little butterflies. I don't know if you can see that. The next book I got is The Novice by Taran Matharu, and I have never heard anyone talk about this book. This is the first book in the Summoner series, and I want to briefly just like read you the synopsis just in case, because I hadn't heard of this series, and I have a feeling a lot of you haven't heard of this series. And maybe I'm just like out of the loop and this is like some really big famous series or something like that, but I've never heard of it, and it just looked really cool, and they have all of them on Book Outlet, so if you guys want to go read them, go pick it up, like it's out there. But let me read the synopsis for you. He can summon demons, but can he win a war? Fletcher is working as a blacksmith's apprentice when he discovers he has the rare ability to summon demons from another world. Subsequently chased from his village for a crime he did not commit, Fletcher must travel with his demon, Ignatius, to an academy for adepts where the gifted are taught the art of summoning. Along with nobles and commoners, Fletcher endures grueling lessons that will prepare him to serve as a battle mage in the Empire's war against the savage orcs. But sinister forces infect new friendships, and rivalries are formed at school. With no one but Ignatius by his side, Ignatius by his side, Fletcher must decide where his loyalties lie, as he soon learns the fate of the Empire is in his hands. Yeah, so that's this series, and I'm super excited about it, because first of all, the covers are gorgeous, and the spine is gorgeous, and the back is gorgeous, and just overall, it sounds like a really cool book, and I'm excited to get into it, and I want to own all of them. Like, I really want this to be a good series. Also, we're just gonna watch this pile in the back there, like, just grow. Just grow majorly. So the next book I actually picked up because I've heard a lot about it on BookTube, and I've heard it's really good, and it basically follows our main character, Henrietta, who can burst into flames, and I know there's, like, more to the story than that, but that's, like, the basis of it, and I didn't just buy it because other people have said it's good. Like, I feel like I say that a lot. It's just the easiest explanation. Like, it sounds really interesting to me, and I've heard good things about it, so obviously, like, why wouldn't I want to pick it up, you know? Another book that I picked up that has also been basically trending on BookTube for a while, and everyone's obsessed with, is the Shades of Magic series. And so I got the third one, and let me explain quickly. I haven't read the first one or the second one. I don't own the first or the second one, but I bought the third one because these are $26 books. The hardcover versions of these books are $26. I can't spend $26 on books. So technically, I got this book for $5 off a Book Outlet, but I'm, like, distributing the cost. So really, I got this book for $3 off a Book Outlet, and, like, you can't not pick up a book that's, like, only $3. Come on. You can't not do that. And so I picked it up. I don't care. I know I'm gonna like the series, because I've started reading the first one, and I liked the first one. It's fine. I don't have a problem. What do you mean? We're not gonna talk about it. Moving swiftly on. The next book is actually a book that I needed, and that is The Rose and the Dagger, which is the second book in the Wrath and the Dawn. I had a moment. It's the second book in the Wrath and the Dawn trilogy, and by Renee Ahdieh, and I haven't read the first one yet. I've read some of the first one. I haven't finished the first one yet. And I just decided to pick this one up because it's the second one, and I just like to have the second one for when I do decide to read it, and then I can just go first, second, right away, and I feel like that's just the easiest thing. The next two books I showed you are books that I also needed to buy, and that is the 6th and 7th book in the Septimus Heap series, which is Dark and Fire. I own the rest of the Septimus Heap series. If you guys have seen my bookshelf tour that I did a while ago, which I'm going to be doing a new one soon. But I own the rest of it, and I just didn't own the last two books of the series, so I decided to pick them up because, again, they were like $3, and they look gorgeous, and I'm just really happy to finally, like, say that I own this entire series, because I love the Septimus Heap series. I know it's middle grade, but, like, a lot of the books that I got actually were middle grade. Like, I got a lot of middle grade books. Yeah, I haven't shown them to you yet, actually. I don't think I've shown any of them to you. No, actually, none of the books I've shown you are middle grade, but I got a lot of middle grade books. You'll see in the next couple of books. Okay, let's add to this precarious stack of books that's going to fall in the middle of this video. It's going to fall. We all know it's going to fall. Like, we just know. Since we're continuing on the trend of books that I needed, the next one I got is the second book in the Kane Chronicles, which is The Throne of Fire. I own the first one. Again, if you've seen my bookshelf tour, you'll see that I have the first one. I don't own the third one still, but I have the second one now, so I'm slowly getting them. I actually owned this one on ebook originally, but that doesn't really help me because I don't own it physically, and I didn't own the third one, and so I'd want to get the third one physically, but, like, then I'd be missing a book, so I just decided to pick it up. You know, they had it, and I grabbed it, because I was like, what do I need? I need this one. Because, again, I have no self-control. I honestly, like, I just saw a whole bunch of books, and I put them in my cart, and I just bought them. I was like, should I do this? Maybe not, but I did it anyways, so yeah. So the next one I got is The Mime Order by Samantha Shannon. This is the second book in the Bone season. And I own the first Bone season, and I actually own it in paperback, and this one is definitely hardback, but it was actually cheaper to buy this in hardback than it was in paperback, So I just bought it in hardback, and I was like, I don't care if it's in hardback. It's gonna look fine next to my freaking paperback version, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care if my versions are different. As long as, like, once I change it, it stays the same the rest of the time. Like, I can't go back and forth and back and forth. That bothers me. I'm not done yet, just so you know. I have a lot of books left. Is this where the pile falls? I don't know. Keep watching and find out. Obviously, it's Christmas time, so I couldn't not buy a Christmas book, and Book Outlet had My True Love Gave to Me, which is the word anthology? I feel like it is. It might not be, but I'm gonna say it's an anthology, which is basically 12 holiday stories, which I'm going to read and I'm going to review, and I'm going to read obviously this month, which means that I'm adding another book onto my TBR for this month. It's Christmas time. I had to pick this book up. I've been wanting to read this for a while, and it's the most wonderful time. It's the most wonderful time of the year. I don't know if you can read that. Nope, that's not focused. And that is so true. It is. Like, my hat, come on. It matches. And I don't know. I'm excited to read this one. So, it's not falling yet. So, we're good. The next ones I got is actually a box set. And that is the Wandala trilogy. I bought all 3 of them at once. Which is The Search for Wandala, A Hero for Wandala, and The Battle for Wandala. And this is a middle grade series. Again, with a middle grade. But I've heard only amazing things about this, and it sounds really cool, and it looks really cool, and I feel like I'm going to like it. Like, why wouldn't I like it? You know what I mean? Like, I love middle grade, and if I don't like it, I'll give it to my niece. But I like the little things right here, and it looks nice, and it actually tells you the order of the series. I like series that say what book they are. I don't like it when series don't tell me, because a lot of the time I'll pick up a book, and I'll, like, actually be interested in it, and then I'll be like, this is the 3rd book in a series. Where did it say that? Nowhere. It didn't tell me anywhere that this is the 3rd book in a series. How would I be supposed to know? If I didn't know what the series was, how am I supposed to know it's the 3rd one? I was so mad. That happens to me all the time. Does it happen to you? Because I feel like it happens to everyone. I don't want to put this on top. This isn't gonna go on top. It's not gonna stay. Like, this is where it's gonna fall. That is not gonna stay. That's gonna fall so bad. I'm moving my laptop. But, okay, so the next book I got is... There it goes. It fell. Congrats. This is fine. Okay, there we go. Anyways, as I was saying, I also got another box set, and that box set is the Unwanted series. I grabbed the wrong way. There are 7 books in this series, and I had to pick it up. I had the first 2, and I actually ended up giving them away, and then buying the entire series all at once. It was only like $17. So that's what I did. And finally, the last 2 books I'm super excited about. Both of which I can guarantee you probably have not heard of. If you have, tell me where, because I'm super interested, because I haven't heard of these. The first one is Karma and Grit. This is the first book in the Wing Snatcher series, and this is by Sarah Jean Harwitz. And can we take a second to admire this book? The cover of it, it's gorgeous. Like, it's so gorgeous. And it's not very big. I'm pretty sure this is a middle grade book. Let me just read it to you. A magician's apprentice and a winged fairy princess must vanish the mechanical monsters that stalk the streets and threaten the kingdom. Aspiring inventor and magician's apprentice, Felix Karmer III would rather be tinkering with his latest experiments than sawing girls in half on stage. But Antoine, the Amazivers show, is a tomato's throw away from going under. Karmer is determined to win the cash prize in the biggest magic competition in the land. When fate throws Karmer across the path of fury, flightless fairy princess Grit, do not call her Grita Farida, they strike a deal. If Karmer will help Grit investigate a string of fairy disappearances, Grit will use her very real magic to give Karmer's mechanical illusions a much-needed boost against the competition. But Karmer and Grit soon discover they're not the only duo trying to pair magic with machine, and the combination can turn deadly. It sounded so interesting, and it's gorgeous, and so I picked it up. And then, last but not least, I picked up The Strange Case of the Alchemist's Daughter by Theodora Koss. First of all, gorgeous. Gorgeous. Basically, what I gathered from this is that there's a case, and a group of people get together and they solve it. And that's what it's about for the most part. And it sounded really interesting, so I picked it up and here we are. But that's all the books I picked up for this book haul, and there's a lot. My room's a mess now and it's great. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new here, make sure to stick around, and if you do, I guess that I will see you in my next video.